Hey guys, what's up? Power Up Boxing here. Or sorry, Triple J Boxing, formerly Power Up. So, yeah, I just watched Israel Adesanya versus Sean Strickland. And yeah, it was a good fight. It was a good stand-up MMA fight. For those who follow my channel, I'm more boxing. But I will watch the occasional MMA fight if it's... Because I do like when it's just stand-up, like this kind of fight. So I will watch some fighters, or the big names that fight in the MMA and UFC. But yeah, so I watched this one. It was for the middleweight championship. Israel Adesanya's belt. And yeah, it was my stream actually was kind of bad for the first two rounds. So I missed the whole first round, but then it started to come in the second round, and it was still a bit choppy, but it kind of looked like Strickland was kind of not being active enough, and it was just kind of chasing and following around the ring, where Adesanya was more like he was more active. But Strickland was like blocking a lot of the shots. He had really good defense. But Strickland just wasn't throwing enough. So I automatically assumed that Adesanya won the first round as well as the second round. But then after the fight, they showed the highlights of the first round. And no, he got hurt bad in the first round and he lost that round. So round 3 on is when my stream was perfect throughout the whole fight after that. And yeah, so at first, like I said, when I first started watching the fight, when my stream started finally working round 2, it just looked like Strickland was kind of just chasing. I'm like, wow, he's just going to get timed and get knocked out probably. But I don't know much about Strickland. I'm more of a boxing guy, so like, let me know, guys, is Strickland that good? Apparently, it's one of the biggest upsets in the UFC ever. Is that true? I don't know. Like, he was a minus 600 underdog, so I guess it was, but it kind of looked like he was just going to get timed, though, because he was chasing. But as the fight progressed, round 3, 4, and 5, it kind of just looked like he was clearly in control mentally and physically, because he was pushing Adesanya back, and Adesanya was kind of like he couldn't pierce the guard of Strickland. Strickland's defense was just too good. He was catching every shot and blocking every shot. So Adesanya never hurt Strickland throughout the whole fight, it didn't seem. None of his shots were having effect, and it seemed like he was predicting everything that he was going to throw, like the kicks to the head, the kicks to the body, the shots. Obviously Adesanya got in a couple good shots, like some good jabs and right hands, but overall he couldn't really find Strickland. That was pretty much the key to Strickland winning this fight. Was not only was his defense really tight, but he pushed Adesanya back the whole fight with his physical and mental pressure, and Adesanya just had no answer to overcome that pressure, that forward pressure. And when the only problem that Strickland had was he didn't throw that much shot. I wish he threw more punches. It would have been a better fight, but also he would have won the rounds more easily. But when he did throw, he did not waste his energy, because when he did throw, he landed and he hurt Adesanya. You could physically see the shots having effect on Adesanya. Every shot that Strickland would land, he landed good combinations, and they would land with precision and physically move Adesanya. We've seen round 1, he really hurt him. Round, I think, pretty much 3, 4, and 5, he landed good shots. And yeah, it was weird, because Strickland was just using straight up boxing the whole fight. He just literally came forward, pushed Adesanya back with a good defense, tight defense, and pretty much just used boxing combinations and 1-2, 1-2-3, and it was working. It was kind of weird, because you would think you never really see a high level fight like this. Where the winner just uses boxing, so pretty much one-dimensional boxing wins a fight. You saw that back in the day, early UFC days with Chuck Liddell and stuff, Tito Ortiz. You've seen this kind of style work, in the early days, but and it's kind of strange how that worked though. Literally using straight up boxing, walking forward, beat Adesanya, and out of all people, it beats the style bender, who's known for like be tricky, the movement, and Adesanya was like the opposite. He was using all the tricks in his bag, his kicks, his movement, his boxing skills, but nothing. He was throwing everything at him but the kitchen sink, and it wasn't getting in. But then the other guy, Strickland, was literally using the basics of boxing, 1-2s, 1-2 and a hook, and it was working. So you rarely see such a basic game plan work, but it worked. And I think it has to just do with his tight defense, reading the shots of Adesanya, which is hard to do because Adesanya has so many weapons, and he was reading them all and blocking them all. And timing, he knew when to time his shots, and when he made it count when he threw his shots. He didn't throw as much as Adesanya, but when he did, he landed and he hurt Adesanya. So yeah, it was pretty much the defense and the timing of Strickland beat the activity of Adesanya, because Adesanya just couldn't hurt Strickland or even land that clean. Like, he just couldn't get inside, and he couldn't deal with that forward pressure and that mental pressure it wore him down, and he had no answer for it, and he was frustrated. So it was a good fight. I just wish Strickland threw more punches, but like I said, I missed round one, which was a really good round. I seen after it in the highlights. But yeah, other than that, it didn't look like a very close fight. But the activity of Adesanya made him be in the fight, so it's not like he wasn't in the fight. He still was trying to win the fight. So does it deserve a rematch? I don't know if the money's there, I guess, but I think Adesanya will have to work his way back up. I don't know if this deserves a rematch. He didn't really do any damage to Strickland or deter him at all in the fight. So unless he did it in round 1 and 2. Like I said, round 1, my stream was bad. I didn't see any of round 1. Round 2 was choppy. From round 3, 4, and 5, that's when I seen the whole entirety, and it didn't look like Adesanya was throwing good combinations and good, everything looked good, but nothing was getting inside. He just couldn't find a way in. So yeah, give credit to Strickland. Becomes undisputed middleweight champion. And we'll see where they go from here. So thanks for watching, guys. This is Triple J Boxing. Let me know what you thought about the fight. I thought it was a decent fight. Like I said, I wish Strickland threw more punches. It would have been more exciting, and maybe he would have won the round even more, or maybe got Adesanya knocked out. Who knows? But still a good performance by him. Adesanya's still in there, though. He's a skilled fighter. You can't count him out. Maybe a rematch in the future, but yeah, he just didn't have any answer for tonight. So thanks for watching, guys, and take care. Oh crap, did this work? Oh crap. Okay, I'm still recording. Okay, good. I thought the recording went out, guys. Yeah, thanks for watching.